So I appreciate you catching that. I have it live streamed on multiple social media, so you can go back and watch it on those multiple social medias, as well as we record it and put it on our YouTube. So I'm glad you said that, because I would have forgotten to hit record. So thank you for doing that. So anyway, if you have questions, put them in the chat. I'll catch those. And let's go ahead and get started. Excuse me. I'm starting to lose my voice a little bit, got some allergies. So if I have to stop and get a drink, you'll know why. So on our agenda today, we are going to talk about what is a Google profile or a business profile on Google. And then we're going to talk about how do you create that profile so that you can manage it and you can control the information that is on that profile that goes out for your business, how to manage it once it's up, and then getting to know your business profile. And then obviously at the very end, we're going to talk about the resources that are available to you like we do. Okay, I want to show you a video real quick about what Google profiles can do. And if you can't hear this, hold up.
My name is Vince. This is my shop. I opened Village Tailor and Cleaners in 1977. I arrived in New York 4 years earlier from Italy. It was me, my brother, my mom, and my dad. My mother taught me how to sew. When I opened the shop, the first person I hired was my mother. This is Bruno, the store mascot. My little advertisement. As a business owner, you're always thinking, how can you do better? I noticed that customers come in with the clothes in one hand and the phone on the other, always looking up information. So I said to myself, we have to put this store online. Google lets me decide how the shop shows up. I pick photos, I can post special hours, anything. I made this website in 10 minutes using the website builder. And I'm not kidding. Now people walk in and I'm always asking, how did you find us? They used to say, I saw Bruno, so I came in. Now they say, Google. Believe it or not, we're up 30% this year. We're doing enough business, I had to hire more tailors and get some new machines. I've got 3 shops going, and my son Vincent Jr. is running one of them. The Village Cobbler next door. I'm in an old-fashioned profession. I work with my hands. I hadn't thought much about putting the business online. Now, I couldn't be happier. Village Tailor, 40 years and going strong.
So that gives you a little example of kind of what Google Business and the Google Business Profile can do for your business. When you think about being online, it's multiple. It's more than just having a website online. It's showing up and maximizing your search engine optimization. So what is a business profile on Google? Okay, when you go to google.com and you search for whatever item you're searching for, and it'll be different per business. It's what comes up for your business on those searches, and you get to control that in the aspect of it's your profiles, your social media, your website, and then as well as you get to choose the profile that comes up and control that within Google. So this is just an example of what comes up when it is on Google Maps. So Google Maps, if you were to go to maps.google.com, or if you have the app on your phone, this is an example of what his shop looks like when it comes up. It shows a profile or a video. It's your choice as the business owner, which you're going to put there. Obviously, the name of the business, the review star rating, which is really important these days because I don't know about you, but I check the star rating before I go into a hotel or a restaurant or a business to see what other people are reviewing. And a lot of people are concerned about the ratings, and we can talk about that a little bit later, but it's really important to have that on there. It gives a small overview of the business that you get to put there. It also gives quick links, call, website, things like that, as well as the location. Now imagine if you have a profile up there, but your location's wrong. How much business are you missing out on? It shows your store hours, as well as you can have them go and actually look at the real reviews and see what they say about your business, okay? So your business, how your business profile looks when it shows up on on the Google search on a desktop. And it's very similar to how it would look on a mobile device. Now, these days, we're all on our phones all the time, right? We've all kind of moved to smartphones. Every once in a while, we'll still see a flip phone from time to time, but for the most part, we've all moved to smartphones and we've all kind of migrated over to the smartphone. So you need to make sure whatever you do with your business, you can access both on a mobile device as well as on a desktop or a laptop. So this is what your business would kind of look like, the same business profile page on the phone. This is what it would look like on a desktop. You want to make sure that your business is up to date. You get about 2.7 times more likely to be considered as a reputable business when you show up online versus if you don't show up online. Okay, Google Maps. If you're looking online on Google Maps, this is what it's going to look like. Very similar information. They take all the same information from your one profile and essentially generate it into these different looks. Okay, keeping your business information up to date is important because 70% more likely to attract people to your location for visits, and then 50% more likely to lead to purchases. People these days go online and verify location, verify product before they actually go in and purchase, but also before they purchase online as well. Whether that be on Amazon, they might check out your store as well and compare pricing as well. So keep that in mind, okay? Across all devices, we just talked about that. Your business profile, when you create one on Google, it works across all platforms, all devices. So it looks like on your mobile device, on a desktop or a laptop, and then of course on a tablet as well. So to get started, we want you to go to google.com/business, and that's how you're going to start your business profile. One thing I want to caution you before you get into this process, make sure in that top right-hand corner, look and see who's logged in. If you have a family with multiple Google users, you want to make sure that it is either your business profile or your personal profile, whichever you're going to connect your business up to. You want to make sure that that is the one that is logged in. If it's not, go ahead and switch that profile. Just click on that profile icon and switch over to your business profile or person profile. I encourage you to have a business email, even if it's not the one that you're going to utilize for client information or email, things like that. Don't hook your business up to like a personal email, things like that. That's just a personal preference of mine, what I encourage you to do. That way, if you have multiple businesses, you can have multiple emails and you're able to keep those separate rather than have them all kind of jumbled together. It's easier to clarify and it's easier to know exactly what's going on with each individual business rather than having them kind of all jumbled together on one profile. Okay, so ultimately, if you have a business that's already showing up on Google, but it hasn't been claimed yet, you're going to get down in the bottom. It's going to say, do you own this business? And it'll be both online or on your mobile device. And you can claim it now. If it's your business, you can claim it now. So you'll go ahead and click that claim now button and you'll go through the process that way. Okay. So if you do not have your business online already and you're starting from scratch, this is the way we're going to start from scratch. We're going to create your profile from scratch this way. So what is a business profile? Your business profile on Google allows you to manage your business information and connect to customers with updated ongoing information. Now, this is going to be key. An example of this is through COVID. What a lot of businesses didn't know through COVID is there was kind of a sweeping thing where everything was temporarily closed on Google and Google Maps. And what businesses didn't know is they themselves had to go in and readjust their hours and change their hours because Google did not know what the local area requirements were, and they adjusted because some places were allowing people or businesses to open on specific restrictions and things like that, and they don't know all of that. And so it was up to the businesses to make those changes and those adjustments. So a lot of businesses stayed temporarily closed even though they were really open. And so we want to make sure that that is something that your business is not not being affected by. So I have a question that says, I have 2 business names for my business. Regular one, my logo. So I have 2 business names, my regular one with the logo beside it, and the other one with a speaker. How do I change it to the speaker? So I'm not exactly sure what you're referring to. I'm going to guess that it's on Google. You have 2 essential profiles on Google, and then are either one of them claimed. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to claim the one that you want, and you can go in and adjust it and create it so that it's got the right logos and things like that. And then the other one, you're going to have to go through and have them delete the improper profile, essentially. That's essentially, or they can merge the 2 profiles. So that's going to take a little bit more work on your part to get that cleaned up a little bit. Again, it's another one of those reasons that as business owners, we need to go in, and the earlier you go in the process and create your profile and have that set up is important. So, okay, so first thing you want to do, we want to go and sign in that top right-hand corner. If you click on that, you're going to sign in. If you've already got a Google Gmail account, you're going to use that email and password to sign in. By using that, you have access to all the Google applications that are available to you under that. It is free. If you don't have one, I encourage you to get one. The key here is you want to use whatever email you want attached to your business, okay? Like I said before, if you have a personal profile and you want to attach that to your only business, you're totally fine to do that. However, I do encourage you that you set up an email for your business. That way, everything's associated to that business email and you're not utilizing your personal email for that. It's just a preference of mine and something that I'd encourage you to do as well. Okay, so you basically are signed in. If you look in that right-hand corner, you should have your initials there. If they're not, if you have like high school students, so a lot of high schools and elementary schools are using Google Classrooms. So if you have students, you might have them there. You just click on that and scroll down. You'll have options to choose different profiles. You can switch over to your profile. Okay, once you are signed in and you're in the right profile, you're in the Google My Business. Okay, and then you're going to start the business profile type. So, the type of business name that you want to appear on Google. Okay, so you want to type your business name in here. Okay, and then you're going to select it. If it already appears on Google, it's going to search and show you, yes, this appears on Google. Okay, and also if somebody else has claimed that name, it'll let you know at this point in time that somebody else has claimed this particular name. And it may be your business. It's one of those, it's like a domain name. If you go and try and get a domain name, somebody else owns it, it'll kind of show you that at this process as well. So I'm being asked, how can you merge profiles? So once you have that set up, then you're going to have to petition Google to merge those profiles. That's the way we did it last time when I was helping a business. You let them know that that is the same business. So you work with a Google business consultant and they'll help you with that process. Okay. Then from there, if your business is available and it's not already claimed, you're going to confirm that the business name is spelled correctly. And then obviously you're going to hit next. Okay. From there, if you can't find the perfect category for your business. You're going to put different categories in and what your business is. Right now, might be able to put one or two. You could always add categories later. Like, for example, if you have product development, or you just want to get this set up, and so you just put one or two in, that's totally fine. You can always add categories later, especially after you realize what your analytics are. This is something that you want to make those adjustments on. You might find out your analytics come up with different keywords than what you thought it is, and you can go in and make those adjustments as well. That's part of managing your business. Okay. Do you have a physical location for customers to visit? If you click yes, okay, it's going to ask you obviously for that location. If you click no, then you're going to move on to the next step. Okay. If you click yes, obviously you're going to put in your physical location. And you want to make sure that you include the suite number, the building number, anything like that that your customer needs to know in order to find you. Okay, if you miss a suite number, a building number, anything like that, you are going to have a couple of issues, obviously, for customers to find you. So make sure you get that full address in. Here's another hint as well. So I live in a very rural area. All of our businesses, for the most part, are on PO boxes. I can't say all. Most of our businesses and on our area have PO boxes rather than physical addresses. The mail gets delivered. Here's a key point. Right here in this space, you're going to add a line if you have a PO box. And on that added line is where you're going to put your PO box information. They're going to mail you a postcard. If you do not have your PO box information, the chances of getting that postcard are very slim. So if you live in a rural area like we do and you have lots of PO boxes, this is where you're going to make that designation. Okay. So can you add a service area? So this is the different areas in which you serve your clients. So this is where you're going to put those different areas in as far as where you're going to serve. Like, so ours would be San Juan County, northeastern Arizona, New Mexico, Colorado. That's what mine says for my center here. Because those are the areas there. I serve the Four Corners area. Four Corners is not an area, so I had to pick that out, right? And make that up individually. Wherever you serve, you might serve on a national level. And so if you serve on a national level, go ahead and put that in nationally. If you serve a very specific local clientele, then put that in as well. This is your opportunity to really pinpoint who you're going to serve. Okay. Enter your business contact information. This is another key thing. This is the contact information that's going to be shown to the public. This is the phone number they're going to use on the call feature on your Google Maps. So you want to make sure that this is correct. And this is the information that you want shown out to the public. So here's another key thing for business owners. So I own multiple different businesses. And at one point, one of my businesses was coaching from home, and I used a personal phone number. And so if you don't want your personal phone number to go out on the interwebs, you want to be very cautious of that. So if you have a personal phone number, that's what you've been using, or you're just starting up, be thinking about your privacy and your security as you're going throughout this process. If you don't want that personal phone number to go out to everybody, get a secondary phone or get a Google voice line or whatever that looks like, so that you have that privacy and security, and make sure that you're where you feel like you're safe. Okay. And then next, obviously, is your website. You put your website in. If you don't have a website, you can mark that. Most businesses these days have learned that you have to have a website, or you can have Google help you set up a website as well. Okay. From there, you click on done. Okay, and you hit finish. Essentially, that's submitting the information that you just put in, and Google will utilize that information to create your profile. Okay, at this point, you can verify the information and request the postcard that I talked about. Go through, make sure all the information that is correct again, and to verify that that's the information that you want to go out, You want to verify your profile. It's a very important step to your business profile on Google. Once you verify it, that is your business and it can't be taken away from you. If it's not verified, somebody else can go in and click, hey, let me claim that, get it sent to them, and they'll take it from you. So don't let them do that. Get in there and verify your profile so that it will be yours. Don't take that risk to lose that business, okay? So get that postcard mailed to you. Once the postcard's mailed to you, usually takes about 5 days to get that postcard to you. It's going to have a verification code on your postcard. Once you get that, you're going to hit continue on that. And then you're going to add different services to your profile. These services are going to allow you to communicate to your clients and to your customers what you do and how you do it. Okay, once you've added your services, you can hit save. And then you move on to your business description. Okay, this is an important area for your business to make sure you keep it up to date, but also to evaluate it on a regular basis. We talk about making sure that your search engine optimization is up to date and ready. This is a great place to make sure this matches your keywords coming out of your analytics, right? Make sure that this matches what's on your website. Make sure that this matches what's on your social media platforms, because those keywords across the board are going to be really, really important when somebody goes and searches one of those keywords and determining at what level your website and your profile is going to show up, okay? The next thing is going to be adding some photos. You want to make sure you have great quality photos of your business, of your services, of your products to add to this profile. If you don't have any right this minute, that's totally fine. You can add those later and continue to add, and I encourage you to continue to add those. But you want to make sure that you have quality pictures, because remember, first impressions are going to be vitally important to your business. And this is a first impression that your clients can get of your business. You can also have videos to help your guests and your clients understand what you do, understand who you are. This is another great place to do that. You can either skip this section if you don't have these, or you can add them and save it. I encourage you to have these. A picture and a video will go so much further than a written text, okay? It's just part of branding your business. Okay, get ready to see your business profile on Google. Okay, once you get all of that information in, you can hit continue, and you're able to actually go and see your business profile on Google. It's almost immediate, which is absolutely incredible. There is a short search, a link right there that you can go and look at your business profile and make sure that you really like it and it has the right messaging that you want for people to have the first impressions. What you're seeing here is your dashboard. This is where you manage all your business. This is the Google My Business dashboard. How you access this is if you're logged into your Google, google.com, you're the person that's logged in that top corner. If you go to the waffle, the 9-block square, and click on that, one of those applications is called My Business. If you click on that, it will come to this dashboard, and this is your hub. This is where all of that information is going to be essentially managed. This is where you can go and see all of the different analytics for your Google profile. If you connect your Google Analytics to this, you can actually access your Google Analytics through here. If you connect all of the different resources that we've talked about in this series up to this point, this can work as your main hub. But again, it goes back to you have to connect all of those different applications, because it is your business and you choose what gets connected and what doesn't get connected. Okay, how to manage your information. Business will change over time. Your business is going to adjust and change, and you want to make sure that you have access and your customers and clients are able to make those adjustments so that you can get that information out. So on the home tab, this is what it looks like. But in order to adjust the business information that is showed out to people on the web, you want to click on the info tab that's just under the home tab. Okay. So making edits directly on your Google search, you can manage it directly on your Google search. You can you sign in basically to your account, and then you can manage your business profile on that info page. It takes you back to the edit page where you can manage your essentially your profile, your description. You can add change your hours, all of those things that are shown within that profile. You can make those adjustments. Okay. Getting to know your business profile. Let's go ahead. I'm going to show a video real quick so you have a better understanding of that.
We opened Celsius with the idea to create a laundromat that people actually wanted to hang out in. When New York issued its stay-at-home order, we quickly shifted to drop-offs only. We switched to online booking through our Google profile, setting aside priority times for essential workers. We love our community and just wanted to help in any way we could.
So that is a great example of how you can utilize your Google profile to make adjustments to let your clients know of changes by adding online booking or letting you know that there's priority hours, senior citizens hours, or a happy hour if you're a restaurant, or whatever that looks like. You can make those adjustments online and announce it just like a social media platform. It's a lot of fun. And then once you learn how to use it, you can really take advantage of some really awesome opportunities. So on that information tab, you can go in and your business name should reflect your real world name. So if at any point in time you make an adjustment to your name, for example, on my business, I own a wealth management firm. We started out with wealth management in our name. And we decided after branding and several reviews and things like that, the wealth management was a little too long. And so we changed it to WM. And it worked out and it made so much more sense and it was better. But we needed to change that on our profile. This is where we could go in and we changed it to WM because it attracted our clients and the ideal clients that we had. This is where you can do that. You need to change your business name so it's real world. If you rebrand, make those kind of adjustments, that's what needs to happen here. Okay, you can choose your primary categories that best describe your business. Like I said before, when you first sign up, you're going to pick specific categories, and those might talk about your business right now and fit your business right now, but it might not be long term. Those can adjust. Make sure you have the category that fits your business the most. And then you can obviously add up to 9 categories. Figure out what's being searched for your business. And as I talk about probably 3 or 4 times in this series, that figure out how to take it 2 or 3 levels deeper. So you have your basic product or your basic service and what people think on a basic level. Take it 2 or 3 levels deeper on what people are thinking. Really brainstorm that and see what it does to your business. Again, you can go in and change that, but see how many new audiences you can attract just by adjusting that and taking it a few levels deeper on that thought process, and see what you can attract that way. Okay, edit your business address. It happens all the time. We grow out of a space and we need to adjust and we need to change our business address. This is a great opportunity. Okay, don't serve customers a business address, leave it blank. So if you don't serve customers at a specific address, you don't have a brick and mortar store, leave it blank. You don't need to have that. Like for example, if you have a home-based business, you do not need to put your home address online for the world to see. You do not want people showing up at your home. Like I said, go back to your security of yourself, security of your family. Do not risk that. It's not worth it if you do not leave that blank. And then as well, list your service areas. You might just serve, like we're here in Utah, southeastern Utah. We might just serve southeastern Utah. But if you have a home-based business or a remote-based business, you can serve the world and you can put that on there. Make sure that you have that updated so that you are targeting your ideal audience. Okay, Confirm your business hours. This is a great place, again, where you can go in and confirm your business hours. A lot of restaurants went from like say 10 to 2 for lunch, and then they closed from 2 to 5 and worked 5 to 9 for dinner. So in order to make adjustments for financial reasons or staffing reasons or whatever that looks like, this is a great place where you're able to make that adjustment and add those shifting hours so that they are available to your clientele. They know when they can come and see you. Okay. Another opportunity is the more hours section. This is where you can mark your special things that you have. If you just added delivery, if you have an happy hour, the senior hours that we talked about. The video that we just watched talked about having essential worker drop-off hours and times. Those are going to be important, again, to communicate with your guests and your clients so that they're able to know exactly what's going on with your business and being able to communicate with that. It will help improve your business numbers, okay? Making sure your phone number is up to date. We change your phone numbers. You can add up to 3 different phone numbers. And then, as always, making sure your website's there. People want to know that you have a website. People are 86 more likely to go online and verify a business before they go and visit a brick and mortar or purchase online. What if my business has homemade foods and can I show my address for clients to pick up the foods? That's completely up to you. Again, it goes back to your personal preference and how you feel about that. You may want to put your address on there and then put pick up by appointment only or by appointment only. That's going to be up to you and how you feel about that. That's really, really cool. I'd love to know where you're at. I come from the food. I have a culinary art degree, so I love to hear more about homemade foods and what people are doing in that area. But yeah, again, that goes back to how you feel comfortable with that if they're coming to your home. Okay, special attributes. This is a really, really cool section that I love that they've added. This is a place where you can highlight specific things about your business. With part of our funding here coming from the SBA, we're very, very conscious and aware about the SBA certificates. So things like minority-owned businesses and women-owned businesses and things like that, we're very, very, very conscious of, and we want to make sure those certificates are applied for and gotten, and I spend a lot of time working towards that, right? So the fact that Google is aware of that as well and gives the opportunity for those kind of things to be put on your business profile. Hey, I'm a veteran-owned business, or I am a Black-owned business, is a huge thing, and I think this should be celebrated, right? Other things that are really cool that you can put there is accessibility for disabilities. ADA is huge, making sure you have that wheelchair accessible. Like here within our center, we are wheelchair accessible. We have wheelchair accessible phone booths, which is kind of unheard of, and all of that kind of stuff. Making sure that that is listed is huge. There's nothing worse than being in a wheelchair and not being able to get into doors or not being able to have access. So if you know that going in and you know that your business has made those adjustments, put that on there so that they know that your business is accessible to them. It's huge. Okay. Then a brief description of what you offer. This is what gives you the opportunity to set yourself apart from your competitors. Okay. It's a short description, only 750, not words, elements. I can't think of what it's called. Sorry, guys. Struggling this morning. It's a Monday morning, right? Okay. But that description is short, but it gives you that opportunity to set yourself apart from your competitor. That elevator pitch that you can put on there. Characters. Thank you. Characters. Okay. Set yourself apart from your competitor. Put yourself in a position where your clients can get all the information that they need to know that you're the business that they want to do business with. Okay. If you are a brand new business getting ready to open and you have a future opening date, this is a great place where you can put your opening date. If you've already been open for a long time, obviously you want to put that there. People know that you've been in business for a long time. Celebrate that. But if you are opening in the future, you got 3 months out and you're getting ready to open and you're so excited, put that opening date on there so you can start celebrating the coming soon aspect of your business. It's really, really huge. Okay. Appointment link. If you have an online appointment opportunity, I encourage you to put that on. The ability to book right online straight through Google is huge. I didn't realize how important that was until recently, actually. I know I've always had online bookings, but I had an appointment calendar that was not linkable with Google. And so I never had that hooked up until now. I finally got an appointment version that could be put on Google, and it has made a night and day difference to be able to just go on Google, find what you want, and to be able to book an appointment directly through Google. The more steps you can take out of the process for your customer and client, the easier it's going to be. So we talked about somebody that has a homemade food business for pickups. If that is the case, I encourage you to have this type of a system set up so they can pick what time they're going to come and pick up. You have that in advance. And then obviously they have your address. Another option could be on the confirmation email is that's where you put your address if you have any concerns about having your email, your address online. So that's another option. Okay. Booking tabs. So if you go down into your booking tabs, this is where you can make your adjustments for your booking tabs. This is also where you can find out which companies have created the right algorithms that will link up with Google, which is kind of important if that's what you want to do. Okay. Availability. This also shows the availability straight through Google, as well as businesses offered online classes, estimates, appointments, all of that kind of stuff is available there too. Okay, the post tab. A lot of people don't know about the post tab. I talked a few minutes ago about posting just like a social media. This is a really, really important aspect. If you're posting on social media platforms like Facebook and Instagram, all of those across the board, I encourage you to add this to your list of posting on a regular basis. Reason being, if you're posting and utilizing this on a regular basis, just like those other social media platforms, you are going to be able to increase your SEOs. And by increasing your SEOs, that puts you higher on the search list. And that's our goal. We want to be in the top 10, right? Because if you're on the further along in the top 10, it's kind of, people don't go past page 2, let's be honest. So you want to be in that top 10. So you're in that very, very first page. Okay, a lot of people do not know by posting on here, it helps your SEOs. So that gives you a key that most other businesses don't have. Most other businesses don't post here, but it adds something to your business that your competitor is probably not using. Okay, the types of posts that you can add are what's new, your general posts that you're used to posting, your product posts, anything about your products. You can do an offer exclusively through Google, or you can do an event. Now, if you're a brand new business and you're starting up and you're just getting ready to open, great opportunity here to use all of these posts to promote your grand opening. If you're already in business and you're ready to go, you can use these posts to promote what you're currently going on in your business to help create awareness. Now, it does take some ongoing posts for a while to really get some movement, but I encourage you to learn how to use these and keep these going on a regular basis. It is pretty cool to see that movement within your posting and see the analytic change. And you can actually see it within your insights on your dashboard, the change and how many people are looking at your business and how many people are coming to your profile and going to your website and things like that as you post more and on a continual basis. It's really cool. Okay. The photo tab, 90% of customers are more likely to visit your business that has photos in the search results. A lot of people don't know that. As I mentioned before, photos are worth 1,000 words, right? A picture, a video. We love our videos. The amount of time people spend on YouTube just ought to show you that. So if you get time to do a couple of videos to put on here, excellent option to upload regular. Again, if you're already doing videos for your business, this is just another platform you can upload it to and double utilize what you're creating already. Okay, tips for great photos. Use focused, well-lit images. And lighting is one of the biggest things that I think people take for granted. Either use natural light or get yourself an inexpensive ring or photo light that will make a big, big difference to your products. Okay, highlight business features and showcase your brand. If you have not created a brand for your business or a brand, a VIG, visual identity, do it so that you can follow that through. That way, if people see you on Google and go to your website, they can tell it's the same business. They see you on social media, they can tell it's the same business across the board. Create that visual identity. Okay, include your logo and cover on your photos. Make sure you put your logo on things. Don't you hate it when you have a photo and another business steals it from you or somebody else steals it from you? One of the ways to keep that from happening, now it's not going to be perfect, but by putting your logo in that business or in that photo. It's really, really, really hard to not take that out if it's already in there as part of the photo. So put your logo in those photos, okay? And then add your videos for up to 30 seconds. Repurpose what you're already creating for your marketing across the boards. If you've already creating YouTube videos and things like that, create a 30-second that you can put up on Google. Okay. The product tab. This is an incredible opportunity for you to promote your products for free. Your product tab, you can put your picture of your products, you put a great picture of your product, your product name, description, and actually if you are hooked up with one of the like Shopify, for example, is the one I encourage people to use, but you can connect it right to Google so people can purchase your product straight from Google and not even have to cross over. Again, taking out those steps for your clients, okay? If you're a service-driven business, you can add a service tab and then list your services, which is another great opportunity. Okay, and then last but not least, if you do not already have a website, Google gives you the opportunity to have a basic website. It's more like a landing page, but it's very, very basic. You can choose the theme, you can edit it, you can add photos that you want, and then you can publish it and go live. You also can choose a domain. If you look up kind of right, a little more to the left-hand side, but right up there, you can actually choose a domain and purchase a domain through Google for a certain amount on an annual basis. If you can see right up there, I believe it's $12 currently a year to have a set domain for your business. So this is another opportunity to have a little more professional appearance, but get a website essentially that you can move forward with. You do have a few opportunities there, but it's not, again, it's limited. Okay, and then the review tab. The review tab is very important. A lot of people get really nervous about getting reviews on their business. Well, what if I get a bad review? What am I going to do? Here's the thing. Nobody expects a business to be perfect all the time. It's not possible, right? Like perfection is it's just not possible. The key is how you react and how you take care of that review. So you want to make sure, number one, that you're getting on and you're responding quickly and professionally. Okay, you're listening to whatever that complaint is, and you're taking care of that complaint. Okay, and then you're moving it offline if it needs to go a little bit further. Okay, never offer a discount or anything like that online, but you want to make sure that you've got those reviews. Within here, you will actually get a link that you can send out that your customers can actually give you a review or so that you don't have to be a part of that review process. You just send them a link and say, we really appreciate if you enjoy your experience. We really appreciate your feedback. Here's the review tab. Okay. So here is some tips for managing your reviews. So number one, be polite and professional. Like I just mentioned, respond promptly. You want to make sure you stay on top of that. Again, it goes back to you want to make sure that you're engaging with that client, especially if they left a negative review. You want to show that you are an engaged owner or an engaged business, and you're going to take care of those things. And then don't use your responses to advertise. A lot of businesses were doing that for a while. You don't want to advertise your business as your response. You just want to thank them. We appreciate for the information. We're so happy you stayed with us, type of a situation. Thank happy customers, and then address any issues constructively and resolve the issues privately. Again, if you need to take it offline and address, maybe you need to offer them a free stay. If it's a hotel, maybe you need to do whatever you need to do to make that correct or fix that. But do that offline. Don't do that in a chat or in a response so that people can see that. You want to take that offline. If you're offering things like refunds and extra night stays and stuff like that, this is what's going to happen. People are going to complain just for the sake of complaining to get that refund or get that free night stay. So you want to make sure that you're resolving things offline so that you don't get that reputation and you can maintain that good high status. So your message tab, here's another opportunity for you to set up. You can turn this on or off. If it's on, it gives you the opportunity to message directly with your potential clients and leads and move them on to the next level of the client cycle or the customer journey. So it gives you the opportunity to answer questions immediately. It gives you the opportunity to move them to whatever that next step is within their client cycle. Okay. If you have a team of people, you can actually add them to help you manage this information because it is a lot of stuff. You have your insights on here, you have posting, you have to keep everything updated, you have multiple stuff, adding products and services, you might have to adjust your inventories, things like that. You're going to probably need multiple people on here. If you have a big business, if you're a smaller business right now, you might be able to manage on your own, but you can add people. Here's one thing I'm going to tell you. Do not make anybody else an owner of this. Give them editing powers, give them management powers, primary. You want to always maintain the only ownership of this profile. Reason being, if you are not the only owner, that other owner has the same ability you do, and they can delete you off your profile. And then somebody else is now the owner of your profile, and they have control. Okay, so you are in a little bit of a pickle. If, for example, you have a marketing firm, this is an example that we actually just dealt with, a marketing firm that is unhappy because, say, a bill was late or something like that. They deleted the owner off the profile. So now they have ownership of that profile. And the owner is now having to fight to try and maintain ownership of their profile again. So again, be cautious about what level of access you're giving people. The only reason why you would want to put somebody else's ownership of your profile, of this profile, is if you're selling the business and you've completed the process fully. And then that is the step that you are on, is turning that over to them. Okay. So Insights tab, this is an incredible tab that you will get so much information about what's going on with your business. Okay, you can get direct, you can get the name or address. In discovery, you can collect product and service information, what categories people are searching for. Branded is the brands that are related to your business, things like that. You want that information so that you know who's looking at your business, where at. That way you can direct marketing efforts, all of that information. Okay, so your insights will show you this, how your customers are finding your profile. Okay, search inquiries that are leading to your profile, where your customers found you at, whether it was on like a unique search, they put your direct business name in, whether it was in Google Maps, those different things. Okay, your customers' actions. What did they do once they found your profile? Did they go directly to your website? Did they look at your products? What did they do? Okay, your directions request. How many people requested how to get to your business? How many phone calls were made based off of the phone call button, and then how many photos were looked at. So those are the things that you can look at, and you can see what behaviors your customers are having. Okay, so next steps. Go to google.com/business, claim your business or complete your business profile. Request your postcard, get it within 5 days, and verify your business. Make sure that process is complete. That way your business is yours and nobody else can verify that. But in the meantime, explore your business profile and update it. Fill it with pictures. Make sure it looks the way you want your guests' first impressions of your profile to be. Okay? Once your profile has been created, make it a habit to review and update your business information. Okay? Update that business description. It might not change a lot, but review your keywords that are coming across on your analytics so that it matches those analytics. So you might change 1 or 2 words on your description so you can up your SEOs. Okay, add business information, photos, make sure you're posting on a regular basis, again, to help those analytics, and explore insights and reports so that you know where your customers are coming from and how they are finding you. So some resources that we have available to you. So promote your market. You can get a marketing kit through Google. You can create custom posters and things like that. You have g.co/marketing kit to be able to get that marketing kit from Google to help you with your postings and things like that. It's no additional cost. And it's an incredible opportunity. If you are a Black-owned business, you just add /Black-owned, so you can actually get the Black-owned badge from Google, which is really cool, to add to your postings. Okay, if you like quick little 5-minute lessons to help you with marketing and business and different things like that, I encourage you to download Primer at g.co/primer. And it's just kind of that 5-minute jog your memory everyday type of a thing to kind of keep things moving. And then quick helps. If you go to g.co/grow/quick helps, it's a long one. It actually has about 5-minute videos there that can help you with quick questions that you have about how to interact your business with the different free applications on Google. And last but not least, if you like webinars and things like this, you can go to Grow with Google on Air or g.co/grow on air. They have many of these same webinars that we have just completed the series with, and on recording and on demand. So if you would like to rewatch these, they have different instructors, and so they have different questions. And it's one of my favorite parts about these is they're different every single time. You can go and watch it there and review that information. So we're going to go ahead and go, whoops. How about we stop sharing? I'm going to go ahead and pull up the social media. I do have a question. If you register for the video, are you going to get a recording? We actually do not send out a recording because we upload it to our YouTube page. So you can go to our YouTube page and you can see it there. I do have a handout for you. You will have. Go ahead and pull that handout real quick for those that are on Zoom. Okay. And then go ahead and pull up the social media platforms real quick. If you have any questions, go ahead and start adding those into the chats and the comments as I start pulling in the different platforms. And I'm losing my voice very quickly. Sorry, guys. So I'm getting a request for the YouTube channel. Our YouTube channel is USU Spark. We have several people that just register for the classes and then don't attend the classes. And so we tend to not send out the recordings. This will go under the business playlist. There is our YouTube channel. Looks like one of our lives was actually blocked for copyright. It's interesting. Okay, so what questions do we have? It says you don't have permission to save the file. That's weird. I've never had that problem before. Did you save as? Do a save as instead of just a straight up save? Is anybody else being blocked to download the handout? So anybody that would like me to email the handout to you, put your email, message it to me directly, not to the open group, and I will email you the handout. Since for some reason you're not able to save it or open it off of the chat. So I will email that out.
Megan, I have a quick suggestion, if I may.
Sure.
Sometimes on these PDF files, depending on what program they're saving to, they may need to click the enable button at the top and then save it. It's just been some weird update these last, I don't know, maybe 2 months that I've been experiencing as well.
Thanks for that input, Christy. So if there is an enable button somewhere on there, they are putting more and more cybersecurity type updates on all platforms across the board, and it's just for safety purposes. So if you are experiencing that, just keep an eye out for that. That could be one of the blocks that could be going on. So and also look in your downloads. If you're able to open it, it could be in your downloads file. You could copy it and paste it over to the file that you want it to be in as well. Okay, are there any other questions on what goes on here or what we talked about today as far as getting your profile up? Okay, so yeah, I will email it to you if that's the case. If you're still having issues, I can just email it to you. That's not a big deal. I tend to not email curriculum out to the entire group because I actually get almost 100 people that register for the class. And some of them join us on social media and some of them come on Zoom, but I tend to like to reward the people that join us live and take the time out of their schedule to send that kind of stuff out. So I will go ahead and email that out to you, Nancy. And there are a couple, Miriam, it looks like. So there's a couple more that I will email out. If you sent me your email, I will make sure I get it emailed out to you today. I'll probably do it before I close down the room just to make sure that it's out to you. So are there any questions associated with what we took care of today? Okay, so I'm being asked, how do you talk to a Google business consultant? So you actually go to growthgoogle.com or g.co and be able to There's actually a place there where you can actually set up a meeting with them. They do get extremely busy, so you're going to want to make sure your profile and everything like that is set up, the proper one, and then set that up. It is a service that they provide. Like I said, they're extremely busy. You're going to want to have those questions available for them almost immediately so that you can utilize that time with them. That is a service that they started through COVID, I believe. And it is something that's picking up more and more in popularity. It's another reason why these Grow with Google classes started, is kind of pick up some of that extra, answer some of those questions that they were getting on a regular basis, but that is available. What are your options if somebody else has claimed your business? It's tough to get your business back from somebody else. You can go to Google and try and get them to pull it from them. Most of the time, they're actually just going to tell you got to work that out with them because they verified that that business is theirs. And Google kind of doesn't really have a way to verify that. So it's really, really tough. It's one of the reasons why I always tell businesses you need to get on and you need to verify that that is your business. It's a tricky situation. You can try and fight it. And I encourage you to do that. That way you can control that information, but it's a tough situation. If you're a startup, make sure that you go through and you verify all the names across your social media platforms as well as Google, and make sure that that name's available, and then get on and claim it immediately so somebody else doesn't. It's one of those tricks that people make a lot of money off of. They're going to sell you your name back or sell you your business back so you have access to it. And it is kind of a sad situation. So just be careful with that. So somebody's saying that they did not get a postcard to verify their business. They were able to just verify it immediately. So depending on what information you put in for your business profile, you may not need to verify your business in that way. You may verify it through a text message or in another way. But if you have a brick and mortar store, you will verify it through a postcard. They want to verify that location is yours. And that postcard gets to you personally. So yeah, so small rural towns usually have, so somebody just commented how they relate coming from a small rural town and getting this information out to those businesses. Yes, our small rural towns, they tend to not do this information or not get themselves on Google, or they're more likely or less likely to have a website because they're in a small rural town and everybody kind of knows everybody, or it's just kind of, you have one store for that purpose or whatever that might be. Every little town's a little bit different, but getting this information out is really, really important. And I think COVID in many ways kind of shed light on the importance of having an online presence, the importance of having those abilities in rural areas, just like our urban areas, because those that had those online presence learned to redirect a lot of their revenues online and be able to pull those revenues in. So it was kind of, at least in our area, it was kind of enlightening for a lot of our businesses to be able to make that adjustment and to pivot. Okay, I think that is it. I'm not seeing any other questions coming in. So since we are over time, I'm going to go ahead and close that up there. I really appreciate everybody taking time out of their busy Monday schedule to join us today. I hope you join us next week on Grow with Google. Again, at 9 a.m. on Mondays is when we do the Grow with Google classes. We really enjoy spending time with you every Monday morning. You guys have a wonderful week, and we'll see you next week at 9 a.m. Bye.